So there's this cool thing in the recent Java snapshots, where if you make a new world and open experiments, you'll see this setting. It lets you do new fun stuff, like this. There's also a new game rule. It defines the maximum speed of minecarts using the units of blocks second, which is equal to ms. Changing it lets you do this.
The Minecraft Wiki explains, it doesn't necessarily mean that the speed of the minecart is restricted solely to 8 blocks per second, but rather that the game gradually limits the speed of a minecart to 8 blocks per second if the cart is coasting. So the maximum velocity of a minecart will be slightly above 8 blocks per second, but not exactly 8. To determine the true initial horizontal velocity of the minecart, we'll be using the command /data get entity at type equals minecart limit equals 1 sort equals nearest motion, which will give us the instantaneous velocities in the x, y, and z direction. Minecraft gives them in the units blocks per tick. There are 20 ticks in a second, so we can easily multiply the number Minecraft gives us by 20 to convert it into blocks per second. So with that out of the way, you're going to need this launching mechanism from earlier. Set up the minecart with the villager and let it get to its maximum velocity. Put in the command for velocity and record it. Prepare the timer. Switch the lever. Record the time the minecart is airborne, then later, humanely remove the villager and sit in the minecart to collect the range. Rinse and repeat. After 10 trials, this is what the data table looks like. Using the range equation and deriving for gravity, we can figure out our acceleration. Which is not very ideal. When we plot all our data points on the graph, you will observe that the acceleration isn't linear. Congrats! There's a jerk. For everyone who hasn't taken a calculus class yet, jerk is basically the rate of change of acceleration. For this to be possible, the acceleration time graph has to be continuous and has to have a slope that is greater than or less than 0, aka when it's not a flat horizontal line. Because we're doing classical physics, we don't care about anything more complicated than acceleration. This means that gravity is coded to behave differently for minecarts, compared to players, mobs, and other entities that can fall. How do we double-check this is true? Well,
Here's the setup. The first drop is at 10 blocks. The second at 20 blocks. and the third at 38 blocks. We will be dropping a cow, a sand block, a minecart, and an item entity. Trial 1, 10 blocks. Trial 2, 20 blocks. Trial 3, 38 blocks. From most to least airtime it goes: minecart, sand block, item, then cow. If you rewatch, the minecart actually seems to slow down as it approaches the ground, which is another confirmation that minecart gravity was coded as a function and is not uniform. What's even stranger is that in this experiment, the change in acceleration for the minecart is minimal compared to the other objects.